Welcome to a new video from All Plus ESL. In my last video titled, What is AI? How the Internet Led to Artificial Intelligence, we explained that AI is basically a computer program that learns from lots and lots of information to form patterns that help it provide information, answer questions, or help you understand something. But understanding AI is just the first step. The next question is, what can AI actually do? Well, it can do a lot. With AI, you can create videos of anything you can imagine. Can you imagine a flying car? No problem. AI can create it. Do you need a picture of a polar bear meeting a penguin, even though that could never happen in real life? Just say the word and AI will make it for you. AI can basically generate all kinds of images, videos, audio, and documents, and it can do it in seconds. And even if you haven't used AI to create any of those things, chances are you've already come into contact with AI in your everyday life by using something that has AI built into it. For example, when your phone suggests the next word while you're typing, when Netflix recommends a show you might like, when Google Maps reroutes you around traffic, or when your email automatically filters out spam. But beyond those everyday examples, AI can also support your learning, including helping you learn English. And that's exactly what we're exploring in today's video. How AI can become a practical tool for your English learning journey. I'm going to share my screen and show you real prompts, real examples, and real ways you can use AI as your personal English tutor. So, in today's example, let's pretend that we are learning about the prepositions for time in, on, and at. Let's say that you are not sure when to use each one. So, we will use AI to explain it to us in a clear and simple way, and then we will ask the AI to make other materials to help us put into practice what we learned. This way, you can learn how to use AI as a tool to learn English. And for this example, I will show you how to use 3 of the main AI models: Google's Gemini, ChatGPT, and Microsoft's Copilot. To do that, I'm going to use one simple prompt. Explain the difference between the prepositions for time in, on, and at in simple English. Give clear examples. Then we will ask the AI model to create a table to summarize the information by using the following prompt. Create a simple, clear table that summarizes the difference between the prepositions for time, in, on, and at. And finally, we'll ask to create a mini dialogue using all 3 prepositions by using the following prompt. Create a conversation between 2 people that can help me learn in, on, and at correctly. So let's get started.
All right, so let's begin with Google's Gemini. So first, open up your internet browser and go to Google. Once you are in Google, make sure that you change the search function to AI mode by clicking right here. That'll take you to the artificial intelligence. So once you have done that, let's go ahead and use our first prompt, which is explain the difference between the prepositions for time in, on, and at in simple English. And then we're going to click here and let's see what it comes up with. All right, so as you can see here, it gave us the explanation for using the prepositions. It says we use at, on, and in to talk about time, moving from the most specific to the most general. Okay, so think of it like a triangle that gets wider as you go down. At is for specific points, on for days and dates, and in for general periods. All right, so that's the explanation there. And look, it already created a table for us, but we're still gonna give the AI our next prompt, which is to create a table for us. So let's type it here. So it says create a simple, clear table that summarizes the information that we need. And let's see what it comes up with. All right, so this table is kind of like the one that he had already created here. But again, it still has the explanation. So, and then it gives you a simple way to remember. All right, so far so good. Now let's go ahead and use our last prompt, which is to create a conversation that we can use to practice. Okay, so here is a short conversation between two friends, Sam and Alex, and they are planning to get together. So here it is, and you can see here the preposition in, on, and at. So it created a conversation sample for us. So this is pretty good. Again, this is just one way that you can use AI to help you practice your English. One thing that I have to tell you is that instead of typing, if you click here on this little microphone icon, you can also talk to the AI and it'll give you the explanations also by talking to you. We're not going to try it today, but this is just something that you can also try. So instead of typing all the information, you can also talk to the AI by clicking here on this little microphone. All right, so that was the example using Google's AI. So now we are going to try Microsoft's Copilot. Okay, so to use Copilot, if you are on a computer that is using Windows, you're going to see Copilot already here. So this is the little icon. All you have to do is click on it and it'll open Copilot. And as you can see here, it looks pretty similar to the one from Google where it gives you a little place for you to type in your questions. So let's go ahead and add our first question or prompt. So explain the difference between those prepositions and let's see what it comes up with. All right, so it gives us a little explanation and then one at a time. In is for big periods of time and it gives examples. On and at. And look, it even gives us a table. So although it has already created a table for us, let's go ahead and use that request and let's see what it comes up with. So it looks like it gave us a little more information on this table here, but as you can see, I like the format of this table. So because it gives you the preposition, what it is used for, and then it gives you an example. So that's the table. Now let's go ahead and continue our conversation and use our last request to create a conversation. So that's our question, and let's click here and let's see what it comes up with. All right, so there's a conversation between Ava and Leo, and same thing. It's using the prepositions at, in, and on. All right, so again, this is just one way to use AI to learn English. If you have any questions about something that you need more help with as you learn English, this is a good place to go to, and it'll help you understand the different concepts in English. So that's what it was for Microsoft's Copilot. And again, if you want to talk to it, you can do so by clicking here on this icon. Okay, so last, we are going to use ChatGPT's AI. Okay, so for our last example, we are going to use ChatGPT. And for that, all you have to do is go back to your internet browser. And then here, we are going to go to ChatGPT. And as you start typing it, it already gives you the option there. And here it is. This is the website that you are going to go to. So official chat GPT website. When you click there, look, it gives you a window that looks pretty similar to the ones that we have been using. This is the place where you type your question. And if you want to talk to it, you click here. Here on the little microphone to dictate, or here to talk to it. So let's go ahead and use our first example. We're going to ask ChatGPT to explain in, on, and at, and let's see what it comes up with. All right, so here's the explanation. In is for long periods of time. On is for days and dates, and it gives you examples. And then at for exact times. Okay, so it looks pretty similar to the ones that we have been using already from Google's Gemini and Microsoft's Copilot. So again, it's just three different ways to use it, but they are pretty similar. Okay, so let's continue our conversation with our second prompt, which is we're going to ask the AI to create a table for us. So let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so here's the table. All right, so that's the table that it created for us. I don't know about you guys, but I think I like the one from Google and from Copilot better. I think this one looks better, but maybe you like this one better. So tell me in the comments so far which one of the three AIs you like better. So that's the second question. Let's go and try our last question here, which is to create a conversation between two people. So let's see what it comes up with. All right, so here's a conversation between Alex and Sam, and then it's using on, at, and in here. Okay, so that's our conversation. So again, this is just an example on how to use AI. You guys tell me which one you like better, and then start using it. And again, you can use it for any questions that you have on how to learn English. And if you want to, you can even talk to the AI by using your voice. So that's it for all the examples. And again, let me know in the comments which one you liked the best.
And that brings us to the end of today's demonstration. You've now seen how 3 different AI models can explain a grammar point, create examples, and even build activities to help you practice. But I'm curious, which one did you like the most? Gemini, Copilot, or ChatGPT? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notifications icon so you don't miss any videos. And finally, like I always say, remember that progress in language learning comes from consistent practice. Even a little bit of practice every day can make a big difference. I'll see you in the next video.